Hello, Anglophiles. Welcome to the Anglophile Channel. We are here tonight for the world premiere of Marilyn and Sinatra, and standing next to me is the incredibly talented man that wrote the play, Sandro Monetti.
Well, hello, Anglophiles. Rule Britannia, God save the Queen, and Marilyn Sinatra. It doesn't get more British than that, does it, really?
Well, that's my question. How does a quintessential Brit such as yourself get inspired to write about two of the most iconic American figures in American history?
Ever since I was a kid growing up in Blackpool, I've been fascinated by Americana, especially the showbiz icons. And Marilyn and Frank Sinatra have always interested me, but I thought every story had been told about them. What space was there for me? And then I discovered this little-known story about Marilyn and Frank, that right here in Beverly Hills, where we are tonight, back in 1955, they lived together for 5 disastrous weeks. It was like The Odd Couple. He was a neat freak, she was messy, it was never going to work out. The sex was great, but the relationship was a disaster.
What has it been like channeling one of the iconic singers of all time in American music, in world music?
It's actually been a dream. Coming from a jazz background, he is the one guy to emulate. So many people have tried and so many people have failed.
There's so much source material out there for both of them. We feel as if we know them. We've read everything there is to know about them. How did you find this little piece of gold that they actually lived together and had this affair?
It was after he split from Ava Gardner, and that broke his heart. He'd lost, to his mind, the most beautiful woman in the world. And then, to his mind, God sent him the sexiest. So that was the opportunity, and that was the genesis for this, really.
Was there anything that shocked you? Did you unearth anything that was really surprising from both of them?
Yes, indeed. It's funny. Sometimes when you dig really deep, it can be like looking under a stone and finding lots of sort of dirt and grime. But I must say, after writing about these two, I kind of love them more. It's not like the rest of us having relationships, and I wanted to explore that. And how do two people who are such iconic stars have a chance to get together? It's utterly impossible, as you'll find out in the show.
But what I love covering British entertainment is you got a Scottish lass
Yes.
playing Marilyn. How did you find her?
She'd played Marilyn before and was just by far the best. And then I met her afterwards. She's like, "Hello, how you doing? Hey, Mary and Gavin."
What has it been like channeling Marilyn, and how did you get there as a Scottish lass?
I guess you just kind of have to really home in on who she was and get real deep as to who she was as a person, as opposed to just what you see on screen.
So yes, I'm quite proud to have given the world the first Scottish Marilyn Monroe. It's almost Marilyn McMonroe, really, in our production. But she loses the accent and she totally becomes Marilyn, and it's a thrill.
So it's exciting that tonight is opening night, but from here you're going on a world tour. Tell us about that, and tell us about how you're going to end up in the West End.
Yes, well, we go to New York, we go to the Edinburgh Festival, and on August the 15th at the German Street Theatre in the wonderful beating heart of the West End of London, we open when Marilyn Sinatra goes to London.
We are looking forward to tonight. We can't wait to see it. Congratulations, and break a leg, Sandro.
God save the Queen.